Dear friends, I welcome you to the introduction of ICD's teaching program designated as Capsule 4, and the topic is English. As you know, English has become the most difficult part of the segment of the exam recently. The score is also very low, and we have to practice in a manner that suits our strength. We have to work to our strength, and keeping in mind all these factors, I wish to introduce to you a very important seminal topic in our syllabus, that is a para jumble. You may be familiar with it because you may have attempted other exams. In para jumble, a paragraph will be given desultorily. It will be given in wrong arrangement, and you will have to answer 5 questions based on that. If you go by our track record of the students, the cutoff for English is abysmally low. It is often 9 or 10 out of 40, and they manage to scrape through. In this scenario and in this milieu, this question assumes disproportionate importance, because here all you have to do is you have to read 5 sentences or 6 sentences, and the optimum mark is 5. So reading just 5 sentences and scoring 5 marks, that is a very good option. You will be hitting the jackpot. So I would say that you practice this segment quite effectively. Now, of course, there may be difficult questions, but there is a logic, there is a pattern, and if you discern the pattern, solving this question becomes fairly simple. Today we are going to practice a previous question, an original question, as recent as the latest clerical exam prelims. So you will get a taste of the things to come. So here it is not a full-fledged para jumble question. I have chosen this type because this program is bound by time. I am restricted to 10 or 12 minutes. So I have to finish it within that. Now let us see how this can be done. And the easiest method would be to go from the options. Try out the first option and see whether you get a meaningful sentence. It has to be grammatical as well as lexical. Lexical means related to meaning. Lexicon is a dictionary, and lexical means related to meaning. You have to get a sentence that is both grammatical and lexical. Let us try out option number 1. In option number 1, the government of India designated the discovery of the Raman effect. That itself sounds ungrammatical. Designate means give power to somebody. If you designate power, or if you give power to somebody, you are designating that particular person, or that particular person gets that designation. Here the government of India has designated the discovery of the Raman effect, and that itself doesn't sound proper. The discovery of the Raman effect to commemorate the announcement of February 28 as National Science Day. So this grouping doesn't convey the right meaning, because it is the government of India designated the discovery of Raman effect. That itself is wrong. You designate a person to a position, but here it is designated the discovery of Raman effect, so it doesn't hold water. Now let us go to the second option. It is February 28 as National Science Day, the government of India designated. It is in violation of the common syntax or the sentence structure. As you know, an English sentence begins in the subject, and then there is a verb, and then there is either the complement or the object. But this sentence is in contravention, is in violation, infringement of that fundamental grammar rule. So it is violative of the principle of syntax, so that is also left out. Now let us go to the third option. To commemorate the announcement of the discovery of the Raman effect, February 28 as National Science Day. There itself the structure becomes incoherent. To commemorate the announcement of the discovery, even that is not good. That is not good English. Of course it is acceptable, but as far as possible try to begin a sentence not in the to infinitive but in a clause. But even we can excuse that, but even then it doesn't fit in. To commemorate the announcement of the discovery of the Raman effect, February 28 as National Science Day, here the entire structure collapses. So option number 3 is also ruled out. Now we come to option number 4. The discovery of the Raman effect, the government of India designated February 28. Here also the paragraph is jumbled up. The discovery of the Raman effect, the government of India designated, it has no meaning. The structure is wrong. So we have to go to the fifth option. There it is given that there is no rearrangement. Let us try that out. The government of India designated February 28 as National Science Day. There is a meaning there. The government of India decided that National Science Day would be, or February 28 would be the National Science Day. What is the purpose? To commemorate. The infinitive comes there. Closely follows. The government of India designated February 28. That is the clause. The subject is government of India, the verb is designated, the object is February 28. As National Science Day is a phrase. Now comes the other phrase. Why? What for? To commemorate the announcement. That is one phrase. What is the next one? Of the discovery of Raman effect. So there you get a full-fledged sentence. It is perfect. So your answer is option number 5. So let me conclude by saying that you have to go from the options and that will make you comfortable. Now the next one. Let us go from the options. In place a robust quarantine system, measures at all ports and put. It is absolutely hopelessly out of touch. In place a robust quarantine system. There is no verb there. In place a robust quarantine system, measures at all ports and put. From the very appearance it is ungrammatical. So we need not waste time on that. We go to the next one. It is measures at all ports, measures at all ports and put in place a robust quarantine system. That is also ungrammatical. Measures at all ports and put in place a robust quarantine system means you are not having the subject. Now we shall go to the third one. India has adopted stringent screening. That is logical because it forms the part of a sentence. India is the subject, has adopted is the verb, stringent screening is the object. India has adopted stringent screening. Stringent screening, screening what? It is an explanation. Screening measures at all ports. So this part will form one sentence. India has adopted stringent screening measures at all ports and put in place. That is a phrase. They collocate well. Collocate means come nearby. It's called collocation. We have to do many questions on English based on this. Particularly when you do close question, fill in the blank type, some words follow some words. And you should know that, and that can be improved by reading, regular reading. Read the newspapers and you get the words that come together. That's called collocation. Put in place a phrase and they collocate well. And put in place a robust quarantine system. Robust means healthy. Robust quarantine system. What for? What is the purpose of putting in place a quarantine system? To deal with suspected coronavirus cases. So this option fits the bill. Your answer is option number 3. I hope you followed. And now we come to the third one. Impacts of climate change. UNESCO has been at the forefront on World Heritage. Hopelessly disconnected, obviously. Come to the second one. UNESCO has been at the forefront of exploring and managing. That seems logical. UNESCO is a subject, has been is the verb, at the forefront is a supporting phrase, of exploring and managing, that is another phrase, of exploring and managing the impacts of climate change. Managing what? Exploring and managing what? The answer is the impacts of climate change. That is D, impacts of climate change. Where? On world heritage. Impact of climate change on world heritage. So it is obviously the second one. That is, UNESCO has been at the forefront of exploring and managing the impacts of climate change on world heritage. Now here I shall once again give you the modus operandi. It is very simple. There is a pattern to every para jumble question. There is a pattern. All you have to do is discern the pattern, and once you discern the pattern, you can do it effortlessly. And as I told you earlier, I reiterate, you have to focus hard on this aspect of your question. Not only that, this question is ubiquitous. It is quite commonplace. It is there for almost all exams in one form or the other, one version or the other. Actually, it is going to be a jackpot. So practice it assiduously, meticulously, and the results will be really encouraging. Please don't forget to subscribe to our video channel, and you'll get more videos. Thank you.